Morning guys, myself Sandeep Kumar Reddy from Ingenious Competitive Training Academy. Today we'll be discussing about human reproductive system. Please go through whatever has been given in my playlist. You will find various important topics for all competitive examinations. So please refer to my playlist and you can follow even on my Facebook, that is ICTA space Kadri. So this is the one which has been given, as you can see to the down of the slide. Human reproductive system has been given in the male organs as well as female organs, how exactly they looks like. You can directly go through once. So what are the parts are present in the male as well as female, so you can directly go through whatever has been given. So let us see what has been given in the next slide. I request you have in here about 800 plus question papers in my playlist. Please go through that. So let us start with the reproductive system. The reproductive system of an organism, also known as what? The genital system. So you should remember, it's also known as genital system. It is a biological system made up of all the anatomical organs involved in sexual reproduction. These reproductions are of two types. You should know what exactly those two: asexual as well as sexual reproduction. If we take asexual reproduction, it's a type of reproduction which does not involve the fusion of gametes or change in the number of chromosomes. The offspring that arise by asexual reproduction from a single cell or from a multicellular organism inherit the genes of that parent. So here, whatever asexual reproduction in plants takes place, plants can produce roots from cutting that are placed in water. So as you can see, after cutting that, you can place in water. Then you can see the example: potato plants grows from the stems of this potato. Plants can send out runners that grow into new plants. Obviously it can happen. Bulbs split asexually. So this is also one thing which directly splits asexually. So you should remember that asexual reproduction takes place in which place? That takes place in plants. Here, what are the types of asexual reproduction? Binary fission, multiple fission, and budding. So these are the few things where asexual reproduction takes place. You should know all this area of asexual reproduction system. Next we have the sexual reproduction. As I had told, sexual reproduction and meiosis, it's also known as what? Meiosis. In sexual reproduction, new individuals are produced by the fusion of haploid gametes to form a diploid zygote. Sperm are male gametes. Ova, that is plural form, that is ovum is the singular, and ova is plural form of this. These are the female gametes. So we should remember, for the male you have the sperms, for the female they have the ovum. So these are the things. So fertilization is the fusion of two such distinctive cells. This happens to the right of the slide. You can see two parents combine, that is mitosis, differentiation, and growth. So they obviously, two adults get mated, then they will have processes, that is sperm as well as egg. They both gets fusion to form zygote. That zygote further will form a birth of a new child. So this is what sexual reproduction takes place. And we should know what exactly oviparous animals. So ovi means eggs. Oviparous animals are animals that lay their eggs with little or no other embryonic development within the mother. This is the reproductive method of most fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and the monotromes. In the traditional usage, most insects, molluscs, and arachnids are also described as oviparous. So these are what exactly the oviparous. You can see to the right of this: hen, stork, turtle, crocodile, ducks, snakes. So these are all which lays egg and then they come out of it. So you should know what exactly the oviparous and viviparous, which gives the birth to the baby. Among animals, viviparity is development of the embryo inside the body of the parent, eventually leading to the live birth. This is opposed to oviparity, which is a reproduction mode in which females lay developing eggs and that complete their development and hatch externally from the mother. So this is one type of viviparous animals, as you can see: donkey, dog, monkey, giraffe, cat and cow. These all which gives birth to the young one. So you should know ovi means egg, vivi means birth of a young one. So here external fertilization you should remember. There are various types of fertilizations, internal and external. Initially we will discuss about external fertilization. It's a mode of reproduction in which a male organism's sperm fertilizes a female organism's egg outside the female's body. It is contrasted with internal fertilization in which sperm are introduced via insemination and then combined with an egg inside the body of female organism. This type of fertilization takes place, you can see to the right of the slide, occurs outside of female parent, joining of egg and sperm outside female reproductive tract. Fish, amphibians, aquatic vertebrates, these are all few examples of external fertilization takes place. And internal fertilization, as you can see to the right of this, how has been given internal fertilization in the case of hen. Internal fertilization is the union of an egg cell with a sperm during sexual reproduction inside the female body. For this to happen, there needs to be a method for the male to introduce the sperm into the female's reproductive tract. This is what happens during the internal fertilization when cock and hen mate together. This occurs. And next we have human reproduction and development. This happens in different phases. Initially they will be having fertilization and pregnancy and their development of the womb and birth will be taken place. So here human reproduction development, gonads are sex organs that produce gametes. Male gonads are the testes which produce sperm and male sex hormones. Female gonads are the ovaries which produces eggs, that is ova and female sex hormones. After mating they will be having these process. Male reproductive system, as you can see the male reproductive system has been given to the right. How exactly the part of male reproductive system: sperm production begins at puberty and continues throughout the life with several hundred million sperm being produced each day. Once sperm form, they move into the epididymis where they mature and are stored. So you should remember the place where the sperm are stored is epididymis. The role of prostate glands to produce the andrology main role of prostate gland is to produce the sperms. Andrology is the study of the male reproductive system. You should remember what exactly the study of the male reproductive system is, that is andrology. You can see how exactly where the sperm is stored, that is epididymis, and testicles are the one which produces the sperm, and you can directly go through whatever the parts of the male has been given. And female reproductive system, we had discussed male, now it is female. So the study of female reproductive system is known as gynecology. So we should remember, so whatever the problems of gynec relation issues, they consult gynecologist. The innermost placental layer surrounding the fetus is called as what? That surrounding layer of the fetus is known as amnion. You should remember that amnion is the layer. And we should remember what exactly the parts of fetus in utero, as you can see. So placenta, how exactly it looks like, umbilical cord, you can see, fetus and uterus, amniotic sac, this is the sac which is surrounded around the womb, around the baby, and we have the cervix, bladder and vagina, which is the birth canal of the woman, that is vagina. So next we have menopause. Menopause is the time that marks the end of your menstrual cycles. It's diagnosed after you have gone 12 months without a menstrual period. So menopause can happen in your life, that is in your female whoever is female, that is between 40 to 50, they will be having menopause stage. External genitals, you can see what exactly the external genitals looks like. The female external genitals are collectively known as what? They are known as vulva. So you should remember these are the female, whatever the vaginal whole part, and you can directly go through whatever has been. So vaginal opening from where this is the birth canal of, for the birth canal you can tell. So you can see vestibules and urethral openings and labia majora. So these are all things you have to remember. He may be asked few questions regarding human reproductive system. What exactly STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, can affect the sex partners, fetus, newborn infants. STDs are grouped into 3 categories. So as you can see that 3 categories. So these are the one main important. So you can directly go through gonorrhea. So like this you should remember HIV, hepatitis, herpes, syphilis. So everything whatever has been given. So pain with sex. So these are the discharge from genitals. So these are the few sexually transmitted diseases you may get with the mating or sexually doing activities. So I request you guys to call me on 766730 for the PDF of 2100 questions of GK and GS, which will be very easy for you to prepare for all competitive examinations. It's a free of cost. You can call me. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great life.